Hi, I'm Simdux and welcome back to my channel. You've probably already seen on some YouTube channels that it's possible to duplicate the SATSUMA. This modification is called SATSUMA Duplicator, and I can tell you that I'm the one who made it. In this video, I'll explain everything clearly and take you through the whole process step by step so you can see exactly how it works. Subscribe and leave a comment if you want to test this mod. I might be able to release a beta version this year if there's enough interest, but keep in mind it won't be the final version, so it won't include all the features I'm about to describe. For the past 2 years, I've been working on a mod that allows you to duplicate a SATSUMA, but not as a perfect copy. The second SATSUMA can have different parts and a different appearance. In short, you could have one SATSUMA set up for rallying and another for normal driving, which is the simplest way to explain it. Right now, the mod is still in the testing and refinement phase. The latest update from Topless Gun caused some unexpected issues, delaying the release while I fix the new problems. If everything goes well and there's enough interest, the beta could come out sometime this year, perhaps around the holidays or closer to New Year's Eve. The full version might appear next year, in 2026, provided Topless doesn't release too many updates that change how the SATSUMA works. So, what's already done and what's planned? This mod will work completely differently from other SATSUMA duplication mods, which often create a second car that's basically frozen and impossible to drive. In this case, the second car will be fully functional. It will have separate statistics for parts consumption, independent fluid levels for fuel, oil, coolant, and more, while still allowing full tuning and parts building. This means you'll have two distinct, fully operational SATSUMAs ready to drive, each with its own maintenance and customization. Are you familiar with the game Mon Bazoo and the update that introduced the second Koni? That update was actually the inspiration for this project, and it motivated me to pursue the same idea for my summer car. In the future, I want this modification to give players the opportunity to purchase or find a SATSUMA wreck and rebuild it completely. You would start with only the body, nothing else, and just like when starting a new game, you have to assemble the car from scratch. The details of whether players will buy the wreck or find it in the world are still undecided, so I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments section. That's not the only thing planned. I also want to include your ideas in the mod, so feel free to send them in. Adding new parts or creating a system for acquiring wrecks is something I can handle fairly quickly. The more suggestions I get for the start of the modification, the more engaging it will be. This approach is designed to keep players interested even after extended play sessions, so the modification will remain fun and dynamic. I believe the most challenging part is already behind me, as I've spent hundreds of hours making the second SATSUMA fully drivable with a complex construction system just like the original. The only potential limitation is for players with lower-end computers. Since the second SATSUMA uses similar systems and components, the game performs constant checks on each element, which could affect performance. Even high-end PCs, like mine, sometimes experience frame drops below 60 FPS despite having a solid processor and graphics card. After one of Topless Gun's updates, which prevented vehicles other than the SATSUMA from participating in the rally because some players found ways to bypass the rules, I have to give credit to Radux for his clever workaround. At this point, I haven't managed to make the second SATSUMA rally eligible yet, and it may not even be possible in the beta version. It's important to keep this in mind if the beta is released online, as some features may still be limited while I continue testing and refining the mod, so let's summarize everything. Next year, I plan to release a modification that will let players build a second SATSUMA and maybe even take part in a rally with it. In the updates that follow, I will focus on adding new content and expanding the mod further. Keep in mind, though, that I do this purely as a hobby, so there's no rush and I don't want to force anything. Subscribe to this channel because this is the main way I can reach you and post calls for testers, as currently only a few YouTubers who upload my summer car content have access to the modifications. My goal is to refine this mod together with the players so it can suit as many people as possible, but of course, I know it's impossible to please everyone. Now is a perfect time for us to discuss whether these features are needed or if you have other suggestions. It would be amazing if you shared your thoughts in the comments and included the idea numbers, as that will make it much easier to collect feedback and shape the mod with your input. First, let's talk about buying or finding a SATSUMA wreck, just the body. If you choose to buy the body, how much should it cost to avoid overkill and keep it reasonable for players? If the wreck is meant to be found, should players have to ask someone first to confirm it's possible, or will the wreck simply spawn randomly somewhere on the map? Next is building the second SATSUMA yourself, or perhaps letting Fleetari do it for you, similar to how the restored Rusko mod works. If Fleetari builds it, you won't be able to touch engine components, which could improve frame rates because the game won't have to process as many complex calculations for the model. If you build the second SATSUMA yourself, should the parts be scattered across the map for free, hidden in a landfill, available at a mini scrapper, or perhaps purchasable through a parts catalog or Fleetari? The next point is whether the second SATSUMA should be an exact 1-for-1 copy of the first, or if it's worth making some changes or improvements. There are already many SATSUMA models on Nexus mods like the Estate, Convertible, and Coupe, so maybe this mod could offer a unique twist. Finally, there's the question of tuning parts. Should any tuning options be added to this modification, especially rally-specific parts if the second SATSUMA is used as a rally car? I'm not talking about huge turbos, but more about additional rally lights, a rally-style dashboard, and other small details that make it feel more like a dedicated rally vehicle. I'm still thinking about adding a second garage for this modification, maybe a small tin one or something similar. I'm not exactly sure what garages looked like in Finland during the 1990s, or whether solutions like this were common, but I want to create something that really fits the atmosphere of the years in which the game is set. I know there used to be garage modifications with lifts, but they looked unrealistic and didn't match the feel of the game at all, so I want this one to feel natural and in line with the world of my summer car. Thanks for watching. I would be very happy if you would become one of the subscribers of this channel. Check out the suggested videos and also leave a like under this video. See you soon.